like I might have to do a little detour from the trail. Let's see what this cookie lady's all about. It's not even 8:30 in the morning, so this does feel kind of awkward walking up to some random cabin in the woods. But it looks like there's a trash can on the porch, so I can just dump that. We'll see if there are any cookies. This is amazing. Coming up to Little Coral Shelter. Looks like there's water this way, which we need. Follow the blue dashes. Hopefully it's not too far. Take my pack off here. Going to get some water. Trail is slightly farther than I would have liked. I can hear running water up ahead, so it must be close. I can see it. And here we are, nice little pipe. Time to fill her up. It took about 2 hours to get here this morning. We've got another 2 miles up to the summit, and then it should be relatively flat walking, so not too bad, making some good time. It's only like 10 a.m. So I should be able to put in some distance today. Some woman told me yesterday that this mountain wasn't hard. You know, I think she and I have very different definitions of the word hard. This is hard. This is hard. So it's just before noon. I'm at 4,700 feet of elevation roughly. And it's starting to get really dark and gloomy. The skies are opening up. Hopefully there's no thunder and lightning while I'm up here, but yeah, I might need to rush it to this next shelter, but it's still 5 miles away, so this could be an adventure. So I managed to get my umbrella out just in time for the rain to come pouring down. The trail is already starting to get a little flooded. All muddy. Hopefully this is just a quick shower, not an all-day thing, but only time will tell. It's currently working my way up Big Butt. I'm about a mile from being all the way up it. Doesn't smell that bad actually, but you know, maybe the summit will smell differently. Maybe when you're all the way up it, that's when it smells. We'll see. Look at this rock. Ooh. This guy hiked the AT in 1968. Then he had his ashes brought here to the top of Big Butt. Fucking legend. Oh, look at that. There's a whole world down there. Far, far away. Let me walk on. So it's the morning. I survived. Yay! Felt a little touch and go last night. There was thunder and lightning storms all night long, literally lighting up the sky. The whole ground was shaking at one point from the amount of thunder that there was. And there was a lot of wind. So much wind, like the entire tent is just covered in dirt from all the wind right now. See, just dirt flung all over the place, leaves on the tent. My shoes got covered in dirt while they were out there in the little vestibule that clearly doesn't do a whole lot for you. Also, the condensation on the inside of the tent, it was affected by the raindrops pounding on the outside, which was giving splatters in my face all night, so that was super fun to experience. Needless to say, it was a little rough. I might duck into town today, considering everything is drenched and the weather is not looking any better for tonight, or for tomorrow actually, but I'd rather spend at least one night in town and not have to deal with this 2 more nights in a row. You can still hear the wind outside too. So there should be some more storms before I even get into town. How fun. All right. Leaving the gravesite that I camped out at last night. You can see it's super foggy out. Definitely gonna rain at some point today. Got a few miles to go before this gap where I can hopefully get a ride into town. But looking at maybe 6 or 7 hours before I get there. So, hopefully won't rain until then, but, the way it's looking, definitely gonna get wet before I get into town. That's alright though. At least I can dry off when I get there. Anyone need a tire? Just gotta dig it up. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Not even 9 o'clock, it's like 8:40. And it still looks pretty dark in these woods. Thanks to the lack of sunshine. So I hit a crossroads going into town. I either walk 14 more miles on the trail to get to another gap where hopefully I have some cell phone reception, or I walk 14 miles on the road to get to town and maybe get a hitch. So since it was the same distance, I figured I'd just walk the road, see if maybe I can get a hitch in. If not, it's 14 miles on the road. I've only seen one car go by in 10 minutes so far, and, well, they didn't pick me up, obviously, so still walking for now. We'll see what happens.
Look at the size of this cup. On my hand for reference. It's huge. A delicious horchata.
This burrito was huge.
Giant fried ice cream.
Got my stuff laid out. Trying to dry out everything. It's still all wet and gross from yesterday's
torrential downpour and the severe thunderstorms that happened all night long. At least get it a little drier so it's not so heavy in my pack tomorrow.